Happy Thursday. And we had to postpone yesterday's live stream because it was a little too on the breezy side, and we've got a fire risk happening right now because there's a couple wildfires on the ridge, and so we just didn't want to add any additional stress to our first responders in the area. And so anyway, let's take a look and see who we got. It's kind of a lazy day. It's not all that hot out here, but it is breezy. We've got Sarah Prestwood, Greg Johnson, Butler Family Farm, Simply Jan Homestead, Teresa Jukowitz, Da Moose Barbecue. Did I say Sarah Prestwood? Sarah Prestwood, I'll say it again. And YouTube Police 29. And we've got a total of 10 people in chat right now. We're actually cooking what we were supposed to cook today. So it's kind of a spin on a Chinese and Thai dish called pineapple fried rice, and it's the Dragon and Phoenix style, which is shrimp and chicken. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I got a cast iron wok going right now. It's a little on the breezy side, so my charcoal is giving me fits right now, but I'm sure that it'll be all right. And anyway, so 12 people in chat now. So why don't we just get to it?
It was a dark and stormy night. The rain fell upon the old tin roof, making a rat-a-tat-tat-tat heartbeat that echoed down the lonely corridor. Outside, the wind whipped down the cobblestone street as it created creaky scratches from the old rose bushes scratching at the window pane. Oh, rat-a-tat-tat. Oh, sister, sister, the ghost is getting restless. He's demanding a sacrifice. Give him the gambling dirt.
At the end of the road there lies a dark secret, deep within the shadows of Mount Rainier.
A kitchen witch lives in a creepy historic farmhouse where the Munchie Mafia meets every Sunday night, where they watch for the telltale signs of the kitchen ghost of kitchen gadgets past. In barely audible whispers of ancient kitchen magic, where the stir of the mystical it's full. Also whispers her spell upon the sisters bubbling boo.
Did you hear that? Well, did you
hear that?
Did you see that ghost they had?
Oh, Latoria, it's a pesky ghost again. Lock up your kitchen toys, dear sister. Oh my God, it's gonna get ya. The curse is coming for the new blender. Oh my God,
It's gonna
get ya. The curse is coming for the new blender. Oh Did you see that? Did you see that ghostly hand?
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh Lonteria, say goodbye to the new blender.
Did you see that?
Did you see that ghostly hand? Oh Lonteria, it's that wicked, wicked ghost again, dear sister. Oh my God, that hand is reaching for the new blender.
Dash of love here.
A tiny pinch of passion there, a little bubble bubble, a blender full of toil and trouble. Make tiger's pants disappear. Hashtag blame tiger on the double. Ooh, Donna, Donna, Donna,
Two crazy mofos. Do.
We're at the table now. I got my fat tuckus out of the chair, and now we're on over here. And I see Tiger's here, and Ace Howdy, Pest Hunters Outdoors, and Judy Mae Collins, and Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. Welcome. So, it is the eve of the unbirthday, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. What I'm going to do is we're going to run through all the ingredients. We've got a jasmine rice right here that's already been pre-cooked and cooled and so on and so forth, because fried rice really needs day-old rice. My dad has always told me, use day-old rice and you'll be golden. So we got a vegetable medley, little bits of pieces of this and that. And then we've got fish sauce, chili crisp, sesame oil, sweet soy sauce for rice. There's so many different types of soy sauces. I could go through the whole list of all the different soy sauces and their practical uses. Not one soy sauce is going to work for every single dish. So you should always, learn more about some of the other soy sauces out there. Now this one is gluten-free. It's a tamari. It's got a little bit of sweet to it. We're also going to need a little bit of rice vinegar, and I got a little bit of oyster sauce just for the sake of it. Then we got the Gourmet Garden Thai paste, and pineapple, chicken, shrimp. Oh, I got the box turned backwards. Let's turn it around, huh? And in the box, we've got some grocery store fresh eggs. We've got a total of 5. And then we've got green onion for garnish, some of my smoked garlic, dragon fruit also for garnish, and then some sweet white onion. So, hey, Jamie, and welcome, and Mr. D. Hola. All right, so first we're going to put some of the sesame oil into the pan, and what we have here is a cast iron wok, and that's screaming hot, as you can see. You want to give it a pretty good amount. And then I'm using chicken thighs because I like chicken thighs better than chicken breast. It's much more tasty just a chicken. So just drop it on in there, but we want to make absolutely certain that we don't drop it too aggressively, or else you're going to end up with splashback, and you're going to end up getting burnt to S-H-I-T. So, lots of smoke. And now we're just going to move this around. We're going to get this nice and seared really good, okay? We want to be able to get all those flavors in there before we start adding. Now it's going to start to stick a little bit in the pan, and that's what the vinegar is going to be for. So you want to get that chicken all nice and done up nice and pretty. And I can't flip the wok like I used to, because normally I would do that as a right-handed individual. and my shoulder is shot to hell, so is my bicep. So we're just gonna have to just kind of just wing it a little bit. This is a cast iron wok. I've got it listed on my Amazon storefront, and it's not really all that horribly expensive. Neither is this grill, for that matter. And you know, for a $100 grill, I'm really loving this thing. I haven't used all the features, but it's really been really good to me. All right. And I want lots and lots and lots of protein. Protein is good for you. And this is just deboned, skinless chicken thighs. And it's just cut up into little chunks. Just gonna let that do its thing for a little bit. So tomorrow is the super cursed unbirthday. Please refrain from saying happy birthday on the actual day. And the reason why is because my birthday is cursed, and if people wish me a happy birthday, then bad things happen. So find some other creative way to say happy birthday. That's why it's called the super cursed unbirthday. So now we got the chicken going. We're going to add the onion. Come on, get out of there. There we go. And then we're just going to stir this around. And as long as you just keep it moving, you'll be fine. And get a little of that char on that meat. Hey, Double Dog. And Simply Debbie Sue is also here, and so is Webb's Web. Welcome to the SHIT show. Does the grill camera look like it's a little on the fuzzy side to you guys? Let's pop back over to the grill cam real quick. I think I might need to fix that. I've come up with this brilliant plan. Does that look blurry to you guys? Maybe not. Okay. So people are saying no. All right. Now that we've got our onion doing its thing, just move it around. See how it's got some nice char happening on some of that chicken. Wasn't very good at cutting out my chicken, but just move it around here and there and here and there. And just kind of just let it do its thing for a few moments. So, an hour before Jan's live stream tomorrow, we will be going live on this channel to talk about the shenanigans that's going to be happening throughout the weekend. And we're going to start off with I don't know why I'm eating that. I'm going to eat it anyway. I love peas. We're going to start off with one of the first drawings, and that's going to be for Team Banana. And we're going to be showing up online. It's just going to be a quick one. And then we're going to raid over to Simply Jan Homestead. Sorry, Timmy. Hey, Katie. Welcome. Yes, I've had pea shoots, but I've generally only used them as garnish. Because they don't hold up well in refrigeration. So we're going to be doing that. We're gonna do the first drawing and talk about everything that's going on, and then after Jan's live is done and over with, there's about an hour, I think, and we're going to be starting on off-topic squirrel. So if you have not already subscribed to my little tiny channel that's full of debauchery and silliness and political incorrectness, you should do so, because we're going to be playing Cards Against Humanity, except for we're not doing it for pearls like we usually do. We're going to be playing for a prize, and it's going to be 5 rounds, and the grand prize winner is going to get a prize, and so that's going to require you're going to have a choice of either or, a gift card or a random mystery prize that's curated by me. It's going to be sent to your house. Or if you would prefer not to give out your address, I could email you a Amazon gift card. So that's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So 6 p.m. is 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're not in any of those time zones, figure it out. Just ask Uncle Google, and Uncle Google will tell you. If it's 6 o'clock p.m. in Seattle, what time is it here? And it'll tell you, okay? Hey, Peaches POV, welcome. So that's what's going on. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, now that we got that going, we got a lot of smoke coming off that. I'm sure that we probably got a pretty good char on that meat. Now we're going to add some of this pineapple to it. We're not going to put all of it in there, okay? This is going to help to deglaze the pan. It's also going to give it some more sugar, so it's going to cause more caramelization to occur. And I have an oral allergy to pineapple unless it's cooked, so it's really not a horrible allergy. It's just that I end up with blisters all in my mouth, and it's a sensitivity to the bromelain that's in pineapple. Pink pineapple, on the other hand, is a little different. All right, here we go. We're going to let that do its thing. Yeah, let's kind of mosey it around a little bit, because try to use up as much of that cooking space as humanly possible, because every time we dump something cold into a hot, screaming hot pan, it's got to recover that heat, so we're going to just give it a few moments. It's going to be a lot of back and forth and back and forth. So, oh yeah, and please by all means, if you have Facebook, you need Facebook in order to be able to vote. And there is America's Favorite Couple, which is Variety Magazine, is doing a contest for America's Favorite Couple, and Butler Family Farm 2005 is presently in there, and they're in first place in their group. Oh, they dropped out. How the hell is that even possible? Well, anyway, I guess they're down to second place. But votes count as double today, as long as you vote before midnight. I think it's Pacific time. They count as double. So you can vote for free, and so they would get 2 votes instead of 1. Or if you wanted to, it is a nonprofit. They're supporting nonprofit organizations, one of them being the LA Food Bank, the other one being Oceana Conservation. And those are tax deductible 501c. So if you want, it's not required. But please go ahead and vote for them, because it would be nice if they won, because they would be able to go on a triple date with Jeff Goldblum, his wife, Ted Danson, his wife, and Charlie Day and his wife. All right, that's just a little smidge of the rice vinegar. It's just to give it a little bit of acid, even though the pineapple has acid in its own way. We want to give it a little bit different acid so that it has more balance, if that makes any sense, as well as it gives it more depth of flavor when you give it more acid. We're just going to sprinkle a little smidge of that sweet soy sauce in there. We're going to add more in a little bit, but for right now, that's just fine. Okay. Now we want to stir that around so that, you know, all those flavors can kind of just marry a little bit. Now, if you're allergic to seafood or you just don't like seafood, you don't have to put the shrimp in there. You could just do chicken. Or if you are vegetarian, you could do soy. Use the extra firm tofu and marinate it in that sweet soy sauce overnight before putting this all together. That way, because let's be realistic here, tofu takes on the flavor of whatever it is that you introduce it to. So, who likes tasteless food? Not it. Okay. So, just remember that. Marinate overnight, and you're best off to, cut it into cubes and then just marinate it in a baggie or something, and just, turn the bag a couple times. This is fish sauce. A little bit goes a long way, like maybe 10 to 15 dashes of that. And we're going to start seeing, oh, and by the way, Red Boat fish sauce is one of the better ones to use. I am a snob when it comes to fish sauce. My dad and I used to go fishing a lot over in the Puget Sound area, and we used to make our own Filipino fish sauce known as bagoong. And we made it from scratch. We would take the babies from the perch, and we would squeeze the whole sack out into a jar, fill it full of salt, stick it in a dark corner, and forget about it for, I think it was like a month or something. And it had a lot of flavor. He would also put peppercorns, and then later he would, mix it all together, and then add some garlic and ginger, and then would refrigerate it after that. So now we got that. We also want a little bit of this chili oil, or chili crisp. This stuff, you kind of have to shake it a whole lot because it all settles down, or else you're going to get nothing but oil. And you want all the flavor of the chili crisp in there. So about a teaspoon, give or take, if you can get it out with a spoon. Oh, you bastard. I got to get smaller spoons. All right, so, kind of drain off a little bit of that oil. Maybe put a little smidge of that oil in there. It's going to turn it very bright red. Now, if you like natto, you can put some natto in there, just to give it more of a umami boost. It's entirely up to you. All right. How we all doing? Hey, Meritage, welcome. Got 25 people in. Don't forget to hit that like button and share me out. Pimp me out, man. I would love it. Be so nice to be able to, expand our little family of Munchie Mafia out to more people. Would love that. So, anyway, I let it sit out a little too long. I keep my smoked garlic in the freezer and pull it out just as I need it, and they're usually a lot easier to unwrap. We want lots of garlic, okay? But it's being a pain in my posterior at the moment. All right, there we go. Now we got our stuff going. God, it smells so good. A couple years ago we were, hey, honey badger. Ooh, kung pao chicken. Ooh, nice. It's like one of my guilty pleasures. Kung pao chicken. There's a little Chinese restaurant that's a takeout place that's in town, or not in town, but a couple towns over in Bonnie Lake area. Yeah, that I like to get their Kung Pao chicken. I'm not talking Panda Express. I don't even remember what the name of the place is called, but it's pretty good. It's this little hole in the wall place. The bulgogi is okay, but their Kung Pao chicken is just to die for. All right, so now let's get the rice ready, because we're gonna start tossing the rice in there. And this, see how it's nice and easy to manage. It's not a big lump of stuff, okay? Thank you, Judy May. I appreciate it. All right, give it a stir one more time. We really want that char, okay? I also want to cook some of that bromelain out of the pineapple. Oh, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? All right. So now I'm gonna grab this. Oh God. And start pitching some rice in there. There we go. And now we're going to start implementing some of that smoked garlic. You always add the garlic toward the finish because you don't want it to be... Actually, no, we're going to wait for a little bit. Wow. I'm smoked out from this charcoal. So, mixy mix. I'm sorry I can't show you my mad walk skills. I got some problems with my shoulder. So, I'm going to just start giving this a tossy toss. I'm only going to cook half the rice, I think. I think I'm going to just save some of it for later, for steamed rice. Maybe go get myself some skirt steaks or something. And do a beef thing tomorrow. All right. So there we go. Ding ding. All right. So now we're gonna add some more of this sweet soy sauce. Why is it drizzle so slow? I don't have patience for this. Then we can always add more later. Alrighty. Stirry stir. We have that. This would be a good time to start adding our shrimp, and these are pink shrimps. They had them on sale. Grocery prices are just absolutely atrocious at the moment, so Patagonian pink shrimp. There we go. It's about a pound. And the reason why I like that specific type of shrimp is that the texture is just really nice. Cast iron wok is a lot better than stainless steel, definitely. I do have a carbon steel one in my house, so I might actually retire it and bring this one into the house and use it full time as my wok. So now we want to gently just let that shrimp just do its thing, okay? I got a question? Okay. Let me take a lookie. How many different color shrimp are there? There's pink shrimp, there's white shrimp, there's red shrimps. It's also what's known as black shrimp, but it's just the type of shrimp they are. They're not really black. It's tiger shrimps. Now, if you don't want these big chunks of shrimp, you want the little ones, go with the Chilean shrimps. They're quite a bit smaller, but they're about the size of this piece of pineapple right there. Those are always really good. I like to use those for my shrimp cocktails because I like the texture better. Instead of those cocktail shrimps, it's like you cook them and they smell like low tide and spite and malice. I don't like the smell of those when they're cooking. So I use the little Chilean shrimp. All right. There we go. And we're going to drop some egg in there in a little bit. Damn it, a call. I'm sorry. Hello, Gladys Paul, and welcome. And Simple Happy Life is also here. Are prawns considered different than shrimp? They're just bigger. They're part of the shrimp family. They're all shrimp. Just not all shrimps are prawns. Let's see here. Was that another question? Did I miss one? 1 shrimp, 2 shrimp, red shrimp, blue shrimp. Forrest Gump montage. Would you eat them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Says Gary. God, you guys crack me up. All right, it's just a matter of just waiting around. It is a little breezy out here, so my walk temperature isn't quite where I want it to be. Probably should have started my stuff a lot sooner. All right, there we go. There we have that. We got lots of nice charred bits in there. We love char. Char is flavor. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our eggs and we're going to break the yolks. I should have done this earlier, but I just didn't. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to mix this. I should have brought a fork out with me. Yeah, this is working. And those egg yolks are freaking orange. I got these over at Costco of all places, and it's like, you know, they're organic, free range chickens because we can't have battery chickens in this state anymore. They've been banned. All right. There we go. Now we're going to add our Thai paste next. I love this stuff because when you're all done with it, just pitch it in the freezer and it'll be ready for you the next time you need it because, you know, a little bit goes a long way. So fold all that together. I'm going to try to make a little bit of space. This is going to be a joy to clean up tomorrow. A little bit of space for the egg. So scooch that over. Actually, no, we're going to, yeah, that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do the egg. So now we're going to just pour the egg yolk right on it, or egg white and all right there, just like so. I'm just going to mix this together until it's all scrambled. Then we're going to fold it all in together. And toward the end, we're going to start adding the vegetables. And of course, you know, those eggs were cold, so it's like, actually they were room temperature, but it's cold in relation to the heat of the pan. So it's going to take just a few moments for it to catch up. Alrighty, Rue. How are we doing? Okies Eden's here. Hello, Okies Eden. And welcome. Alright. Get a pair of gloves on here real quick. We'll just stay on the grill for uno momento. Alright. So now we're going to start pitching some of that garlic in there. And when I say pitching that garlic in there, because it's already cooked, we're just going to just squeeze it like a zit. It's just going to come right on out. Just pop it right on in there. Not entirely sure I'm going to use all of it, but you know, it's just pretty easy to work with. And it'll give it a lightly smoky flavor. I use hickory and pecan wood, 2-to-1 ratio. And I promise one of these days I'm going to do a video on smoking garlic. It's pretty straightforward. You just, you know, pitch them on the top shelf of your smoker and just forget about them for an hour and a half. Then cool them off at room temperature, and then pop them into a freezer bag and into another freezer bag, and just leave them, you know, whole bulbs. And there we have that. But yeah, you just squeeze it like a zit and everything's golden, you know. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm not planning on going anywhere tomorrow, so I'm gonna be like offending the vampires. That's quite all right. Come on. Last one. There we go. I'm not going to bother with the little teeny tiny ones. All right, there we go. All right. So there's that. Grab our spatula and start moving those egg around. Oh yeah, the smell of that is just freaking glorious. You know, if you want, you can always just, you know, fry your eggs separate and then add it to it, which is perfectly all right too, if you like to have that nice, you know, eggy appeal to it. I personally don't care. All right, there we go. Now, we can get our veggies. Let's cover up our rice. I'm gonna make some babiko with the rest of that rice, which is a Filipino rice dish. Okay, hold on one sec. So this is just a bag of frozen stir-fried vegetables, because, you know, groceries are expensive, and if I can get a little bit of everything, and I have to buy a whole lot of everything, you know, it's just going to save me a lot of money in the long run. I just don't like the idea that there's corn in there. I'm going to take a look at the comment here real quick. Forgot to bring a towel out. Quit ignoring me, Civvy. I'm sorry. Am I ignoring you? Why do you make me separate the eggs, but you don't? I do. I do separate the eggs. Eddie, just not this one, because this is fried rice. So Eddie, are you jealous of my barbecue wok? Probably put too much egg in there. It's okay. And what we want to do is just get those vegetables softened just a little bit. We don't want them too overly cooked because we want that beautiful greenery in it. Let's see here. So I hope that answers your question, Eddie. All right. Had to turn off the timer. What timer? Oh, okay. Let me just give it a little splash more of the soy sauce. Alrighty. It is breezy out here, so it is what it is. Alright. Here we go. Let's go pop over to the chair for a few moments. Sit down and relax a little. Answer some questions, chit chat, stare at each other, whatever. But I don't walk the walk. You just admit it, Eddie. You are jealous that I've got this cast iron wok, and you don't. So, internet is having some issues today, says Judy May. She's walking the walk. Well, who knows? Maybe Santa will put one under your Christmas tree. We're only, 6 months away from Christmas? 5 months? Twizzler juice? No, this is blue raspberry. Felt like I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up, so I decided to try one of those beatbox things just to see if they were any good, and I'm disappointed. Yeah, this kind of is like Christmas in July, sort of, but not really. Hey, Mama O. Mama O's here. Hey. Who else has come in that I missed? I always seem to miss somebody. Hokies Eden. Let's see here. Sarah Presswood. Honey Badger. Pest Hunters. Alright. Hey, just cooked the damn food and welcome. Yeah, the rice just needs to do its thing for a few moments. Let those vegetables soften a little bit. Now, when you're dealing with frozen vegetables, you definitely want to, knock the chill off of them and thaw them out. But it's just a convenient way to get a little bit, especially if you're only cooking for 2 people, or you just want a little bit of the vegetable in there to lighten and brighten up your stir fry. It's like, it's nice to just be able to buy like a little bag of stir fry vegetables. 2 people for a month. It's not 2 people for a month, Timmy. God. He judges me. Because everything in the United States is supersized, right? Just is what it is. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, Off Topic Squirrel, Cards Against Humanity. Throughout the weekend, we're going to be popping up here and there and here and there. We'll be coming back on Saturday before Eddie's live and raiding into Eddie, aka Devil Dog, who then, raids over to YouTube Police. And depending on how things go, we might pop up again, or we might just pop up on Sunday morning. Could be on Off Topic Squirrel, could be on Tim Mitchell 8784. We haven't figured out yet, what we're going to do just yet, but, and then, the conclusion to the Super Cursed on Birthday is going to be, of course, Sunday, 6 p.m. And we'll be having drawings all throughout, but we're not giving you a definitive time frame. We're just popping up. But Friday is going to be Team Banana, and Saturday is going to be Kitchen Crew and Gift of Gab, and of course, the Cards Against Humanity winner. And then Sunday is going to be a drawing for everybody. And for those that have super chatted in the past. So that's the plan, but it's subject to change. I might say, yeah, you know what? Let's just go and pop up, in the middle of the night in my pajamas on the porch, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and see how that goes. So I smell some charring action happening, so let's go pop back over here and give it a stirry stir. Why don't we? Oh yeah, look at that. It's everything that was on the very top. We need to get that moving so that it's fold it over. Just like so. So I hope you all will come out and support the channels. Off Topic Squirrel's just a complimentary channel. I don't think we'll ever intend to, work on monetization for that channel. It's just, where we put all the other random stuff. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it's okay. I'm not heartbroken over it. Because Munchie Mafia is my main channel. It's just to keep some of the, stuff off of the cooking channel that's not cooking related, we do stuff over there. Okay, there we have that. Alrighty, Roo. Should probably give it a tasty taste. I did bring me a spoony spoon. Tasty taste. See if our flavors are there. Ow. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Needs a little bit more soy sauce though. Actually, you know what? So oyster sauce is a little on the salty side. So if you got kidney problems or watching your sodium intake, you probably want to just bypass this altogether. You can also use hoisin if you want. Just put a little smidge here and there and here and there. Use your best judgment. And there we have that. Just like so. It's going to have a lot of umami flavors to it. And there we have it. Munchie Mafia. Alright. So, Got ourselves some pineapple boats. 1970s called, they want their pineapple boat back. But it's just one less thing to have to wash, you know. There we go. Pineapple boats. Just put your rice right on in there. Pack it on in there, just like so. Check that out. All right. And then, of course, we've got our green onion. Let's put a little bit of green onion on there. A little bit of the dragon fruit. You know, give it a little bit of a brightness, even though, you know, dragon fruit really doesn't have much flavor to it at all. If you want extra pineapple, you can also put some pineapple on there, which we're going to do. And yes, I stuck this in my mouth, but it's just the two of us, so it doesn't really matter. Not like y'all are coming out here. Now, if you want, you could take some togarashi and toss your pineapple, your leftover pineapple, in the togarashi, and then put it on there. But that's it. Pretty simple. Just like so. Oopsie. Dropped a pineapple. Well worth the suffering. Green onion. Dragon fruit. Extra pineapple. And there we have it. Forgot the togarashi in the house. You can also use furikake. Yum. Forgot a towel. Be right back. I gotta go get a towel. I don't like sticky things in my hand. You pass me some paper towels, Timmy? Thank you. Alrighty, Rooster. Stick this on the paper towel roll. Alright. Yeah, and what we could do is we could just take this little rack and just put it right there as a warming thing. Just put our pineapples right on top. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm not looking at my screen right now, but there we have it. 2 pineapple boats with an Islander themed pineapple fried rice. Yay! So we'll pop on over here for a few moments. May I ask what the really is for? What? What the what? I wish I could, you know, maybe when I retire and have that food truck, maybe I'll, you know, pop into all the states. Except for, of course, Alaska and Hawaii. And just go around all the states and just cook. you all could come out and taste my food. That would be kind of fun. Actually, it wouldn't be kind of fun. It would be a whole lot of fun. I think we could have a blast. I think I would thoroughly enjoy that. Yeah, you know, I don't understand the whole. Oh, well, this is the white dragon fruit. So the white dragon fruit doesn't taste nearly as much. Oh, thank you, Ace Saudi. Muchas gracias. A breakfast truck would do frickin' phenomenal. Except for that, you know, breakfast trucks would have to, you know, you would have to be able to, you know, get that food out real fast, like super duper fast. And if you got everybody asking for a different style of egg, like, oh, I want my eggs over easy or over medium, I want mine sunny side up, and it's hard to do that fast paced. Unless you have two people and one person being a really good egg person. Yeah, the white one just doesn't taste. I should have gotten the other one. I should have gotten the other one. And just they're just so blah. They're just so blah. Yeah, I had that problem with my iPhone for the longest time. I ended up having to go in and put in a different card into mine, in my wallet. And it was okay after that, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I really appreciate the support y'all give me. It's not necessary, but it's a really, really wonderful gesture. I really, really do appreciate that. You can mess up an egg any style I want. You know what? Nothing quite says screw my life as much as somebody asking for a sunny side up egg and your egg pans are less than ideal. Ooh, empanadas. I love empanadas. I think I got an empanada video. Or it was a live stream, I think. You know, dragon fruit's supposed to be good for you, but it's like, you know, if it doesn't taste like much, it's like, you know, why bother eating it? Kind of like crab. Like, there's so much work for the food. There's too damn much work for the food. What's the purpose behind that? Just don't understand. I am going to take that wok off of the burner, though, so we don't burn it up. So we can sit and chit-chat for a few minutes before I have to take off. It's going to be a long-ass weekend, guys. We got so much fun happening. We're going to be playing some trivia. Yeah, just... Oh, and the other thing... On Sunday, I think, maybe, I don't know yet, I got a new Wheel of Misfortune. And when I say I got a new Wheel of Misfortune, it's another one of those ultra low-tech frickin' mystery wheels. And it's so that we can have a beginner class of... Oh, and these gloves came from Eddie. Eddie loves me, even though he tells me to shut up all the time. All right, there we go. Move that over here so it'll stay warm. All right. See, Eddie loves me, even though he tells me to shut up. But you know what? I think the reason why he tells me to shut up is because he likes me. That's a story, and I'm sticking to it. So, anyhow. Hello, Arlene. And then Buglet's also here. So I heard through the grapevine that you went out looking for Chihuahua cheese again, Emily. I'm back at the chair, Timmy. Okay, Chihuahua cheese, huh? Connect and grow iPhone and iPad. Did you find it this time? I could have sworn I saw it. Timmy thinks that he saw it on the top shelf. I thought I saw it at the bottom, over where the Hispanic cheeses are. And I don't understand, because you're in New York. There should be a pretty decent Hispanic community out in your neck of the woods. That they should probably be having that, right? I don't know what store you went to, but huh? I know it's her store, Timmy. It's just I don't know what store it is. If it's like a big chain store, or if it's a little one, or you live out in the middle of frickin' suburban housewife hell, and so that's predominantly white, so that's why they don't have it, but they have the other ones. Not really in my neck of the woods. She can't reach the top shelf. Who can't reach the top shelf? What in the world is Chihuahua cheese? Oh, Miss Taro D. Okay, so when we were doing the Mexican lasagna, got Chihuahua cheese, and Emily's like, are those made from real Chihuahuas? And so that's going to end up becoming a blooper. I got to make it into a 3-part blooper, okay? Because Emily creates so much comedy that, you know, we just gotta take advantage of that. She's probably like, no, don't do that. So we told her that, yeah, that it comes from real Chihuahuas. They have little farms all throughout Central America where they've got Chihuahua farms, and they're milking all these little tiny Chihuahuas, and they have to use these little, you know, cylinders to stick onto their little nips, so that and it takes a lot of hand-eye coordination and manual dexterity in order to get them all lined up, right? But it takes an awful lot of milk to make this specific Chihuahua cheese, right? So, yes, Butler Family Farm it is. So, yes, Emily, it's made from real Chihuahuas, but it's humanely sourced. They enjoy it. They consented. They consented, okay, Emily? They consented to being milked. They line up in a line when the dinner bell, or when the bell rings, and they come right to the milking shack, and they line up for it. And the nice thing about it is you don't have to worry about all those foodborne illnesses that's related to milk, because it's like you don't have to worry about pasteurization process on Chihuahua milk, because, you know, Chihuahuas are naturally immune to Clostridium and all those other things, right? So, but it takes an awful lot. That's why it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but oh my God, the way it melts, it's like, once when you've got Chihuahua milk in your, or cheese in your mouth, it's like, you know, there's no other, you know? Yes, it does have a bit of a bite to it, and no, Tiger, no, that's not true. They actually have 3 udders. Wrong udder, man. Wrong udder. They tried it on corgis, but it just didn't work out very well because their legs are like super duper short, you know, and the little suction things were popping off constantly. Great Danes was just too gamey. but it has a natural nuttiness to it, right? And that's story time for today. Oh my God. Oh, Bug. We love you. Really, we do, Bug. What am I drinking? It is Beatbox Blue Raspberry, and it's disappointing. Maybe it's because I'm bougie and like my wines to, I don't know. Blue, yeah. Yeah, so this blue Chihuahua juice is really good for making waffles. Gives it a nice airiness to it. Blue waffles. Never mind. Wrong place. Yeah, what's in that cock sauce there, Tiger? Say it with me. Cock sauce. Well, here's a funny... Okay, so story time. Okay, for real. All right. So, everybody knows that Off Topic Squirrel is a channel that we would put the non-cooking related stuff on it, and for the longest time that's where all the non-cooking related stuff went, up until I got stuck at work for like 3 or 4 months without a day off, and there was no other way to get any content onto Munchie Mafia other than doing live drives. And we broke that rule for that, but then it became a habit, and I forgot that I need to put that over on the other channel. And so Off Topic Squirrel was my little squirrel in my head, and so then the story came about. And it was Tiger's mother who actually named the squirrel, because for the longest time he was just Squirrel, right? He was just Squirrel. And he took on a life of his own, and all of a sudden, next thing you know it's like, I started working on storyboards for a comic, and I never did get around to finishing the first two, but I turned them into musical storyboard comics, and those are on Off Topic Squirrel if you want to take a gander at it. I got to start working on it more. My art's gotten a little bit better. I got to clean up the storyboards so they actually don't look like sketches. They're all sketches, but for the most part. So the name Bucci came from Tiger's Mama Linda, and Mama Jones, and she was the one that named Bucci, and Bucci stands for bougie and Gucci combined, so Bucci. And so Bucci became the official mascot for both the channels, so to speak. But we haven't really been doing much of anything on Off Topic Squirrel since February, because trying to keep up with 2 channels was just getting a little too difficult, since I was working 5 days a week instead of working at the jail, where I had 3 days off when I did actually have days off, that is. So I had to be like, well, I need to focus more on Munchie Mafia, because I've been working on that one, and the whole 4 months of not being able to put out any content other than live drives, which really didn't do anything. Yeah, bougie and Bucci. So because not a lot of people tuned into the live drives, because there was a lot of problems with it, because I was on T-Mobile at the time, and I had bad connection, and crappy video, and constantly dropping, and people lost interest in that. So it was like, when I finally, I had quit my job in December at the jail. No, it was September at the jail, and was working at the other place that shall not be named, because F off their Anyway, so yeah, I'm pissed off. I'm still a little salty about that. It's where I got injured and ultimately fired, but it's okay because you know what? I really don't like working with people that lack compassion and empathy, especially for the seniors. You know. So anyway, back to the story. So September, the holidays were especially hard because it's like, you know, I was working 5 days a week. And because the holidays were coming up and they were, you know, rapid fire, and then, you know, these special armchair travel dinners that we were doing once a month. It's like I had to put Bucci aside for a little while, and that also meant not being able to work on my art. Is I don't know. Everybody seems to think I'm a great artist, but you know, I'm just, you know, I just chicken scratch, and that's about it. But anyhow, hello, Ceruvia, and welcome. I've never seen your name before. I'm assuming that you're new. Welcome to the Munchie Mafia. And we're just hanging out and doing story time right now. Huh? All right. Timmy has a picture to share. He feels like sharing today. So let's see what Timmy's got to share. Emily, there you go. And that's how Chihuahua cheese is made. Anyhow, so I had to make a really hard decision, and I had to back burner Off-Topic Squirrel for several months. And as Timmy was loading up everything into the studios, all the graphics and all the art and all the intros and outros and so on, and thumbnails and descriptions and getting stuff all set up for, you know, tomorrow's shenanigans. He's like, you do realize that we haven't done anything with Squirrel since February? And I'm like, yeah, because you know, after New Year's and Valentine's Day, you know, all these other big holidays came around, and when you're dealing with seniors that have nothing, you know, no family that really comes out to visit them often, it's like, you know, oh, Timmy's got another one. He's hoping that I forget the story. Yeah, there's the Chihuahua Dairy Farm. That's yeah. There you go. Oh my God. Oh, so it's no wonder why I'm cursed. It's because of this stuff. I'm highly amused by it, and I probably shouldn't be because, oh my God, I'm an ex-Catholic, so it's like, you know, I'm going to hell for that one. Anyhow, so February came and went, and that was the last time that we had done Off-Topic Squirrel. March is when I got hurt, and then I was out of work for a whole month, and then went back on light duty. Was back to work in April, and then got fired in May, and now here we are, July. So, you know, and I've been trying to scramble to, you know, get content out and everything else for Munchie Mafia Official. We finally reached the 4,000, so yay, 4,000. So now it's time to start focusing on videos and go back to the once weekly live streams and focus on some videos, some really cool stuff that you guys might like to see. I don't know. molecular gastronomy for one. Some people were asking about, how do you make these flavored salts and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to show you. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. That's coming up soon. It's time to bring Bucci back, Hello, Jay Shiram. Welcome. That's another name I have not seen here. So, time to bring Bucci back, and maybe since I've got a lot of downtime, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be going back to working as a culinary director in the foreseeable future, and looking at possibly going back into tech, much to my dismay, and much to my protest. I don't want to do that. It's like it pays great, but I really don't want to do that, because that's not where my heart is. This is where my heart is. Cooking for you all and hanging out. And well, that's 45 minutes of Civi's Live I will have to rewatch later. Damn customers. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm so sorry. I'm surprised you're still online taking phone calls, Katie. It's 7:17 in your neck of the woods. So anyhow, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. Overtime. Yeah, well, overtime does have its benefits. It pays the bills, right? Jay Shiram, we don't give out blue. We like to be able to keep the distinction between our moderators and everybody else, because sometimes people feel very intimidated coming into a channel for the first few times, and all it is just a sea of blue. I know that sometimes I start to feel as though when I see everybody's blue, but I'm not, and I'm new, it's like I feel a little bit like I'm out of my element, because they're all chit-chatting along, because they've known each other for quite a while, and so on and so on. And I remember going into a channel for the first time on a live stream and feeling like I was not being seen or heard, or just plain ignored because, it's a new person, because everybody's cliquey. We don't do clicks here. We openly embrace, hey, Sleeper Barbecue, we openly embrace people, whether they're old or new to our channel, and we like to build community and get to know people, and there's no click here. I won't stand for it, because it's like, everybody it pretty much knows each other for the most part, because they're wandering back and forth. We all travel in same or similar circles for the most part, but hello, Jay. So that's that. That's why I don't mod everybody up. Certain individuals, yes, because my mods all have their own things that they do for the channel and for the members of Munchie Mafia. We have a door greeter. We've got somebody that drops links. We got one that collects the links or the channel names of people that have come in, and that way we can add them to the outro shoutouts and so on and so forth. Because if you watch to the very end, people that have come in a few times or come in frequently, they earn a spot in our outro, and it's not just members, even though members have their own little section in the outro. people that come in and contribute and want to become part of the community and get to know other people from all over the world, they earn a spot in the outro. And it's pretty cool. And then, you know, every Sunday we spin for a special shout out for, you know, a special song, and I spend a whole week trying to draw the person, provided that I have reference material to be able to draw. Or else, you know, if it's a faceless channel, then I, you know, take a look and see what it is that they do, and then draw an avatar, and plus we have an avatar screen. Draw an avatar based on, you know, what type of channel you've got. Like, you know, we've got a couple of dogs in the avatar screen, and we also have a moose that's cross-eyed, and he's got a bikini or a bra hanging off of his antlers. And then we also have a snake man and a shark, and a zombie baby for Dream Disturber Obscura, for example. He's got a zombie baby, just because I thought that would be really cute. So, yeah, and then there's the banana, and then there's Banana Bob, you know. So, I think we do need to add a flamingo to that, though. Oh, and then there's a Jeep. There's an orange Jeep in there. Anyhow, so Munchie Mafia. It is 5:22 p.m. here in Western Washington, and my food is probably going to start getting a little on the chilly side, and I'm a little bit on the starving side. So, I think it's time to call it a night. Is we're gonna be popping up all over the place all weekend. So, I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Plus, you know, it's Thursday instead of Wednesday, which our Wednesday live streams, those have come to an end starting August. Going to be working on more content, but we're going to just stick to one live stream a week in the future. So, yeah, that dang banana. Yeah, buttnut. Yeah, buttnut, Banana Bob, whatever we want to call him, but yeah, buttnut. So, Munchie Mafia, you know how much I really hate to say goodbye. So we're just going to have to just say a fond goodnight, maybe even a sad little toodaloo. Just remember, you know, cook with love and eat with passion, and we will see you for the Super Cursed Unbirthday starting tomorrow. Thanks for coming, and have a good night.
Before you go, I want each and every one of you to know that I appreciate this time that we spend together. Thank you for being here. So sad that our time is done for tonight, and I really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time. Maybe a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because Bucci means love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, find the like button lovingly and go back to your life as it were, before you hit that play button on your tube. Oh my, oh my, oh my, Shots TV. What's cooking? If you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official, now is that time. What's stopping? takes us on bicycle adventures, cooking traditional Filipino dishes, and channel development, and a little bit of karaoke. Please check out Brother Ramon at Oracle's 1966 today, Salamapo. What's cooking? Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, always cook with love and eat with passion. Unless it has Twizzlers in it, whoever suggested that is going to hell. Chef CV says, Terry, stir up some magic. Whiskey is skin, a little mischief. Jakey, bake a little mystery. With the spinning wheel of misfortune, we really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fond good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time. Maybe even a ta-ta for now. We'll be here or on off-topic squirrel, because Poochie needs love too. Oh my, Chef CV, Chef CV, what's cooking?
He still hasn't went and looked for the dip squawker. She just spit out all over.
Wine. That's her wine from spitting out. She's waiting. That's alcohol. Dude.
Oh.
You could see it come out.
Drink some more. We're not quite there yet.